Never been an option, never been a clown. Never been a voice that ever backs down. Never with the bullshit, never with the crowd. Getting what you want, you better never back down. Get out my way, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. Increase the way, increase the way. We getting paid, getting paid. Get out my way, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. Increase the way, increase the way. We getting paid. Heard you was a dusty, true man child. 50-50 splitting, what the hell we doing now? Flexing so much money, always getting wild. When it comes to busy, I touch you in denial. GPS ringing, boy, come and find me. See I'm on the watch, hope you got good timing. Say I'm independent so that he can move private. Intuition kicking minutes, shit that no denying. Never been an option, never been a clown. Never be the voice that ever backs down. Never with the bullshit.
Hi, my name is Maevember. I'm a singer, songwriter, as well as somebody into astrology, and welcome to Maevember, the marathon, where I post all these videos once a day, at least, every day for the month of November. With a couple I actually enjoy. You know, I love Pisces and Scorpio combinations because I think I did Pisces woman, Scorpio man, and I gave that a high rating, and it still works. It still works. It still has the capacity to work long term, even though all the couples that I have listed to divorce, one due to a widow situation and one just didn't work out. I think it still has the capacity to work out because they're both water signs, and I feel like the sensitivity that Pisces and Scorpio have is just something that water signs can comprehend without having to explain much of. You know, the couple examples that I have are Jamie Lee Curtis and Christopher Guest. Wait, is that right? Because I have this listed. I have to double check if he's a Pisces or Aquarius. But then I have Steve Jobs and Lauren Power Jobs. They're not together, obviously, because Steve Jobs passed away. Robert Kardashian Sr. and Kris Jenner, they divorced. But they're a good example because they've been together a long time before they split. One thing I want to highlight is I feel like it's a genuine love story between a Scorpio woman and Pisces man, because no wonder why I put Christopher Guest, because of leap year and all that type of stuff dealing with Pisces and Aquarius interlapping. But I feel like it's a genuine love compatibility anytime, any combination between Pisces and Scorpio, because I feel like there is no ego. You know, I feel like there's no ego. There is no room for that barrier in a connection like this regarding a water sign connection, because they're both water signs. She's fixed, he's mutable. And I feel like Pisces too is one of those signs that could work with anybody. Anybody. Pretty much every single compatibility that I have regarding a Pisces, it typically works out well, just because Pisces are not the confrontational type. They don't like they're like misunderstandings. They don't like any interruptions regarding their connections with people, unless they're doing something they're not supposed to do. That's a whole nother conversation. But I feel like the Pisces man gives the Scorpio woman the level of trust she's looking for. And I feel like a lot of cons can just come from the Scorpio woman being a tad bit overwhelming to deal with, because it's usually her way or no way. But I feel like the Pisces man usually doesn't have any qualms about allowing her to run things, because he's not the fighter, he's the lover type. Pisces is the loving type. He's willing to compromise and bend a couple rules in order to make things happen for the relationship to work. I feel like the Pisces man goes the extra mile unless he feels like it's not reciprocated. And that's where I feel like issues might arise in this connection, because Scorpios is very set in their ways. Scorpio women specifically are very set in their ways, especially if they don't trust you. But because I feel like there is a level of trust in this relationship in this relationship compatibility, understanding that, I feel like she's able to shed that wall, like that firewall of ego, to allow this connection to flourish. Because you look at somebody with the connection of Robert Kardashian Sr. and Kris Jenner, they got like what, 4 or 5 kids together? 4. And obviously she got the other 2 with the following husband. But I feel like the Pisces man allows the Scorpio woman, to be all that she can be, which is fine. But I feel like if she doesn't control that, just like with any other man, he's not gonna let you walk over him. He don't like no problems. You know, Pisces men as well, they do look for trust as well, like trust that you know what the hell you're doing, because Pisces is the 2 damn fish, and a lot of people don't talk about that. Pisces, they're gonna choose the path of least resistance every single time. So if you stressing him out, he's just gonna like take some time away from you and try to act like nothing happens when he shows back up, which is gonna cause problems. But he will still have the emotional IQ to still talk to you. However, I do feel like deception, a lot of half truth, quarters truth, 16th of truth will come out. But then, in a way, I feel like the Scorpio woman learns more about herself dealing with a Pisces man versus any other man, versus any other Scorpio, any other Cancer. She's gonna learn more about herself dealing with the Pisces man, because I feel like the Pisces man only shows you what you show him. You know, Pisces guys are very I'm gonna say they're dominant, at least not publicly. Publicly, they allow everybody to think that they're some soft. Behind closed doors, it's like, I'm still running things, okay? Because Robert Kardashian Sr. was a lawyer. Steve Jobs is responsible for Apple. So don't let the quiet exterior fool you. Shaq is a Pisces. Stephen Curry's a Pisces. Like, don't let it fool you, okay? I think, because Scorpios are freaking the self-preservation kings or queens. Add another level to that when it comes to Pisces, because you know Pisces is the sign of deception. They know how to keep their cool, keep their temper in check, keep it calm. Like they're the emperors, they're the creators of self-preservation, okay? They're not gonna let you see them pop like that in public. One thing I keep telling you about Pisces, they always save face. They always save face. I love them, but they always save face. Okay, man or woman, they always save face. So, you know, there's nothing, I guess, weak about Pisces that a lot of people tend to resonate with when they think about Pisces. There's nothing weak about these people because they got strength. They have the level to have empathy towards other people, but then they also have the level to level up. Like they just got something in them that allows them to level up. And I feel like the relationship connection with a Scorpio and Pisces is always going to be strong. It's always going to be strong because the level of self-awareness that it takes to level up and to hold your composure and not crack in the process, it's magical. And I feel like the connection between the Scorpio man and the Pisces woman is always going to be that, because you know, I don't even think I was born when Robert Kardashian and Kris Jenner were a thing. But he's still relevant to this day. Steve Jobs still relevant to this day. And I think the Scorpio woman is going to like the fact that that level of internal strength that the Pisces man has is something she wants to grow into with their relationship, you know? So I have nothing but good things to say. I think just the only issues, the ego with the Scorpio woman, I gotta hold y'all to it. The ego will come into the way, because don't bring chaos into a companionship, you know? It takes 2. And you gotta be willing to work on it, because Pisces, I'm not trying to say this to kiss their ass, but they're on another level, okay? They really are. I guess some cons that can get in the way could just be trust, because I've seen it in my personal life too, where when a Scorpio woman isn't feeling like her needs are being met, because, you know, Pisces men are hardworking men. I don't care what nobody says. They can be either lazy or really hardworking. But I feel like when a Scorpio woman feels like her needs aren't being met, she tends to step out of the relationship. And Call it what you want to call it. It's happened. And I think that's the reason why Chris and Rob got divorced. I'm not saying that's the end all be all for every single Scorpio woman and Pisces man relationship compatibility. But I feel like sleeping and underestimating the Pisces, just not having that level of trust, I guess. But then it could be an internal situation. Level of trust that things will work out causes things to crumble. And I feel like the Pisces man does cause the Scorpio woman to crumble. And I do think stepping out of a relationship is crumbling, because where's your strength to say no? Where's your strength to develop another idea to fix the issue versus running away from it? You know? So I think the cons can just be the trust on both ends. But if I'm gonna sit here overall after analyzing this whole relationship compatibility, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 despite that. Because like I said, I feel like Scorpios tend to have trust issues with everybody, but it's all internal versus it being external. Like Pisces too, you gotta look at them from different angles before you sit here and be like, I'm in love with them. You gotta sit here and really see what they're about. But I feel like the reason I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, just because it's just something about water sign connections that always work out, or typically will work out, because you're supposed to have the level of emotional intelligence because you're a water sign. And if you don't, you can work on it, especially dealing with the Pisces. They're already ahead of the game. But I'm gonna wrap it up. It's a 9 out of 10. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're with a Scorpio woman, if you're a Pisces guy, or if you're with the Pisces guy and you're a Scorpio woman. And that's it for this video. Make sure you smash subscribe. Check out my documentary. And we'll do that.
He said, "Oh, you don't be scared."